What's up, America? Walmart digital price tag update. So Walmart has announced by the end of this year, 2026, all 4,500 Walmarts will be shifting over to digital price tags. And that also means that Walmart will be involved in surge pricing, and more stores are starting to do this. So if you're unaware, digital price tags allow Walmart and other companies to slightly raise and lower prices depending on when you're shopping. When there's a lot of people in the store, they will slightly raise prices, and when there's nobody there, they'll drop them back to normal again. This is being done in order to maximize profit, because even a couple of cents here and there across the board with millions of people means lots of money. But with these digital price tags, they've also announced facial recognition technology to watch your face, and also emotional recognition technology. Yes, that is correct. Emotional recognition technology. So for instance, if you go down the cereal aisle and your kids start jumping and are super happy about a specific type of cereal, Walmart will see their emotion and they'll slightly raise prices because you like it. So yes, not just digital ID, coupled with facial recognition and emotional recognition. That's where Walmart is headed. But don't worry, it'll be all stores coming up.
Okay, I never thought I would see the day, but it's finally here, unfortunately. So you see these little tags? This is what they call dynamic pricing or digital pricing. That's when you see these. Horrible. I'm really sad. Because basically what it means is that you can come here, see, oh, it's $128, and then when you go to the register, it could be a completely different price. A lot of companies have admitted that what they do is they can use the information off your phone, like some ping or something like that. I'm not super technical. Anyways, they can get information off of your phone and basically find out what you can afford and jack up the price a little bit and just figure out what they can sell it to you for. Basically possibly giving you a higher price versus somebody else, which is literally so dystopian in my opinion. Like, that's so crazy that I can come here and get cat food for 96 cents because, oh, that's what they wanted to sell it to me for, but Sally gets it for, let's say, I don't know, like 80 cents. Like, it's crazy. And then it may not seem like a lot right now, but it adds up over time. So it's just so crazy that the dynamic pricing and the digital pricing is literally here at Walmart. Like, I almost don't want to shop right now. It's crazy.
Walmart's dynamic pricing has me so and other stores better not follow suit. Today I went to Target and I seen a tennis racket. I'll put it here, it was like $18. And then I go to Walmart right after, and the exact same tennis racket was $24. And that's when I had noticed that my Walmart had like the digitized like price things. So I was like, okay, that's weird, whatever, cool. I'll just get the tennis racket from Target because it's cheaper. And then I was also purchasing curtains. And so I go over to the curtains and it was like different lengths for different prices. So like the 63-inch one was like, I think 18. And then the 65-inch one was like 19. And I ended up getting the 93-inch, but that one didn't have a price in front of it. So I was like, oh, it'll probably be like $21, $22 based on like the price increments. And then I go to the cash register to check out. It says, can y'all see my card info? Hold on. Okay. So then it rang up as just merchandise. It didn't say curtain or anything. It rang up just as merchandise for $14.97. So it was cheaper than both the other ones on the shelves by the time I had made it to checkout. I was like, this is just too much. And it's irritating me. And I hope that other stores don't do this too, because I'm not about to be sitting here paying made up ass prices for shit. Like, I'm just not doing it.
I keep hearing everybody talk about what's going on in Walmart and with the digital, and they're like, recognizes your emotions, and if you're like excited to get something, like the price goes higher. So I'm going to test it out, and I'm going to buy dog treats, which are, you know, $39 for the bucket of them. But if they're going to test my emotions, like, I got to get it right.
I hope Walmart knows that ever since they switched to this like new pricing system, I buy far less clothes. because I can never find the price of whatever it is I'm looking for, and then I have to pull out my app in order to scan it to figure out what the price is, and that's enough for me to just not buy it.
Okay, guys, I'm at Walmart right now. I was going to check out looking at one of these jackets, and then I found this. This is their price sign. You have to scan it now to get the price. I am so not buying anything that has this crap. You shouldn't either. Boycott all items that don't have a price on them. We can't let Walmart do this to us.
There's no price tags on anything. Look, seriously, over all the clothes here at Walmart, there's no price tags. What's up with that? I'm talking all of them. Look, all of them. Except I did notice right here, they got these little QR codes right here. So you can scan the QR code and it'll take you, I guess, to the item. But right here, like on these right here, right, there's no, what do y'all think? Is it kind of weird? All right, look, so we're way over here now. Even right here, look, there's no, where are the price stickers at? Look at this, y'all. There's none of them. All right, 150 bucks for 3 bags. That is insane, dude. Anyways, I talked to them. What they're gonna do is they're putting like a digital price tag on top of it. It's gonna be all digital, basically. But anyways, y'all have a great day. That's pretty cool how they can do that, you know. Anyways, have a good day.
This is what's wrong with Walmart's new price tags that are digital, okay? I need a vacuum. I'm broke as shit. So I'm looking through the vacuums, and this catches my attention. 1 cent, right? This one's 1 cent. It says it's a Abyssal PF compact, but you go and you scan it right here, right? This one, scan it, and it ain't 1 cent. Once again, Dirt Devil says 1 cent. Didn't come up as 1 cent. We also have this Dirt Devil saying it's 1 cent. But if you scan them down here, they are not 1 cent. Look at this. 1 cent, 1 cent. And it's not just the displays, because why is this display correct? It says 98. And it's a price deal. We also see it says the power lifter swivel. Do you guys remember when Walmart used to say that if it's advertised as something, they have to guarantee it? Why is that not happening here? Apparently that shit's just out the window. So this is what's wrong with Walmart's new digital tags, is they're advertising one thing right here, and then you scan it and it ain't that.
It's called dynamic, algorithmic, or surveillance pricing, a growing trend among global retailers designed to increase profits, an approach that adjusts the ticket price based on who's looking.
This is about companies deciding that one person, based on their online personal data history or shopping history, is willing to pay more for eggs than another person.
Tech expert Carmi Levy explains grocers and other retailers can learn a lot about you when you use their apps. But that's not all they're peeking into.
Location information, what you're doing in your other apps, maybe what you've posted on social media, things that you've liked and engaged with.
Think of a parent up late at night with a sick baby, Googling their symptoms.
Well, guys. Here we go. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. It really does help the channel. Guys, this is the new scam. Literally. Walmart. Now they are going to implement dynamic pricing. Exactly what we need now. Dynamic pricing. Yes, they are going to increase the price of any item just based on your race, ethnicity, and your emotion. Tell me if this is not corporate greed.
So I know people have talked about like how Walmart's changing their pricing and it's frustrating, and like the dynamic pricing, I think that's what it's called, where it's like the digital screen. Okay, let me just explain my really frustrating moment with them for Easter. If you don't want to hear venting, just scroll past. So I go to buy all of my kids one gift and one piece of chocolate for Easter. And for one of my kids, it was the Spidey figurines, 5 Spidey characters. And online, it was $19. And I was like, oh, I don't really want to spend $19 on people, but that is what's going to bring him joy. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do this in person. Like, I know they have it in stock. I have other groceries to do. I'll just go in person. So fast forward, I'm in the store and I pick it up and I'm like, oh, this is $30. Did I pick up the wrong one? I scan it with my phone and I'm like, oh no, it says 19 online, 30 in person. They'll just probably price match it because I know Target does that and a lot of other stores do. And so I'm over here like, oh yeah, that's cheaper online. That's cheaper online. Like, we're talking like $5 difference, $10 difference. So I get to the counter, I scan all the things, and then I push the button where like the lady comes over, and I was like, hey, just so you know, like these are $10 cheaper online. Is it possible for you to go ahead and price match them? And she just looks at me and was like, no. And I was like, oh, but it's Walmart online, like not like another store, like it's your store. So like, can't Walmart price match Walmart? And she like pulls up the phone and she's like, this says it's this price if you buy it online. It's this price if you buy it in the store. We're talking an $11 difference. And so I'm like, okay, so if I place a pickup order or a delivery order, it's going to be $11 cheaper. And she's like, I cannot justify this. So I had her take it off. I get in the car and I place a pickup order. And in my mind now, I'm like, how does this make sense? I'm going to place a pickup order where somebody's going to have to go into the store, find my item, bring it, pick it up. Like that is manual labor that someone is having to do that now is giving me a cheaper price when it should be more expensive. I don't know. Anyways, my order's ready. And then I look at it and one of the items is out of stock. I know that item was not out of stock. I was at the aisle. I saw them. My husband went in to pick it up and he had to go into the store, find the item, which was not out of stock, went up to the front desk and was like, hey, this item that's $30 is $19 online. We tried to do it this way. We tried to do it this way. Can you please just price match? And the lady was like, absolutely, I can do that. So thank you for her. She was very helpful. I saved $20 by ordering 2 things in the app versus in the store. But that doesn't make sense from a perspective of like, sometimes people look on your phone and you're like, okay, this is in my price range. Let me go shopping for it. But now we can't do that. Now we just have to place pickup orders or shipping orders, which that's a whole nother thing because shipping should cost money, but it's really cheaper. Like I know it's all just a scam and I hate it. I hate it all. So I feel like I'm just boycotting shopping in Walmart because even now when I go in, there's no prices anywhere. Like if you see like a random stray item, you don't know how much it costs. And then if you scan it to find the cost, that's not even the right cost because that's your phone online cost. Make it make sense.
Grocery stores are trying to make it easier to charge you more money, and it could be happening to you without even noticing. The next time you're shopping, check the price tags. Do they look like this? These are electronic price labels, which use digital screens to show the price of items instead of your typical paper or sticker tag. They're already being used in major grocery chains, and while some are saying the labels are more efficient, lawmakers are concerned that they'll encourage dynamic pricing, which could hurt everyday Americans. Dynamic pricing is the practice of changing the cost of basic items based on need. Hypothetically, with dynamic pricing, the cost of items like toilet paper could go up or down based on the time of day, the weather, the season, or other major events. With electronic price labels, grocery stores could change prices in minutes, which could result in price surging. Proponents for the labels are saying that price surging hasn't happened yet, and that consumers could even benefit because grocery stores could quickly discount items that are close to sell-by dates, making them cheaper. However, the reverse is also true. The electronic price labels could make it easier to drastically increase prices when there's high demand. Imagine the worst-case scenario, like a natural disaster where people desperately need bottled water or first aid supplies. The high demand in this case could mean higher prices in emergencies. We've seen this happen before, particularly with medicine. Experts also fear that digitized prices mean companies can easily collude with one another to all have the same price and undermine fair market competition. So there wouldn't be any cheaper alternatives to price surges. Ultimately, the only way to safeguard against this is with government regulation. Some states have introduced legislation to ban electronic price labels, others have taken a stand against surge pricing. With pending legislation, this is the kind of thing that will require us to put pressure on our representatives to stand up for consumer rights over corporate greed.
The cost of your flight went up because you searched for it twice. Your rideshare costs more because your phone battery is dying. And this is surveillance pricing, which is corporations using your own data and behaviors against you. And I saw this post from Representative Mallory McMorrow, and I really want to talk about it because right now companies are using your personal data, your search history, your location, even how desperate you might be in the moment. For example, your phone battery dying, to figure out the absolute most that you are willing to pay for a product or a service, and then they are going to charge you that. So 2 people can be looking at the exact same flight, the exact exact same ride, the exact same product, and get completely different prices, not because of demand or anything that might make sense, but because of who they are and what the companies know about them as a user. And according to Representative Mallory McMorrow, who I mentioned earlier, this is only getting worse as AI gets more advanced and better at predicting your behavior. And her plan is to ban it, like fully stop companies from using your personal data to change prices, whether that's flights or rent, even wages, because the bigger issue here isn't just like higher prices, right? It's that corporations are quietly turning your own data into a tool that squeezes even more money out of you, and most people don't even realize that it's happening. And I wanted to talk about this because I recently saw a news article about a grocery store who is beginning to utilize peak pricing, which meant that products were going to be different prices depending on what time of the day it was, depending on consumer data that they've collected. They are doing this on a mass scale now with your personal user data. It's not just going to be in public spaces anymore. It's going to be online, on your phone, things that you are personally looking up, things that you are personally buying for your household. You don't even have to step out of your house for these companies to be farming your data. And I really think that we need to be a little bit more concerned about it because it is only going to get worse if people don't get angry about it right now.
Start paying attention to your grocery receipts very carefully. I am so alarmed by the comment section in my video that's 2 videos before this. I talk about grocery store dynamic pricing, where grocery stores are starting to bring in electronic pricing tags, so the price changes on the items all day long depending on demand. I have 2 major concerns with that comment section. The first major concern is that people are picking up an item off of a shelf at one price, getting to the register, and it's a different price. Obviously, this poses an extreme problem for people that are on a strict budget. The other problem is the amount of people that have been to grocery stores without these electronic pricing tags. They pick an item up off the shelf that's labeled one price. They get to the register and they check out and it's a different price, and they do not recognize it until they get home. They'll be picking up a carton of eggs for $2.50, and then when they get home and look at their receipt, it was $8. Or, butter that was supposed to be $3.50 is $7.50. This is not okay, because when you see a price on something, you expect that to be the price, and sometimes when you get to the checkout, you're distracted, or you think that that would be the price that it is. Pay attention to those grocery receipts. Pay attention when they're ringing up your items. Know what the item is supposed to cost. I don't care if you gotta type that shit in your phone or take pictures, and take that shit to customer service if they're giving you a problem. Call over a manager, get it for the price that it's supposed to be. We cannot let them continue to get away with this price gouging bullshit.
Okay, so this is a Walmart's trying to steal your money post. I went yesterday with my mom to get some groceries and a couple other little householdy things. And I knew roughly what I had spent. I try to keep a little bit of a running total in my brain. And I get up there and they give me my total and I'm like, that seems high. But I didn't want to hold the cashier. There was people behind me. So I just went ahead and I stepped to the side before I left the building and I checked my receipt. And I saw something that said site merch. I'm like, what the crap is site merch? For $14.98. I knew nothing I'd picked up was $14.98. So I went on my Walmart app and I typed in the PC that was on there, and it was weird because it was a lot different than any of the other ones. But anyway, so you guys probably can't see it, but there's site merch. They marked it out. So I went to customer service after I'd looked up on my phone and there was nothing on the website. It just came up with that little spyglass that says, nothing's found. And I went and talked to the person at customer service and they said, oh, well, let me just scan your receipt. And I was like, okay. So they scanned the little barcode at the top, whatever. And like, oh yeah, we don't find anything under that either. Well, let me type it into my computer. So they put in their computer. I'm like, oh, well, it brings up a pair of shoes. Did you buy a pair of shoes? And I said, no, here's my basket. Here's all my things. I haven't left the store. I don't have any shoes. And the shoe price they showed it to me was $18.98. And I was like, no, this is only $14.98. I'm like, oh, well, that's weird. And they gave me my $15 back, whatever, in cash. And I'm thinking to myself, if you wouldn't have caught this, Walmart would have gotten $14.98 of your money for nothing. No goods exchanged hands for that $14.98. How many people does this happen to every day that no one catches? And we're talking there's got to be tens of thousands or millions of people, across the country who shop at Walmart on the daily. So How much money are they skimming from people? Check your receipts, people. Walmart's trying to take your money. And please, at Walmart, and let's get a little traction on this because this is crap.
Guys, do you really think that Walmart is trying to steal your money? I don't think they're trying to steal your money. They're trying to steal your information.
Wait, what?
That is more valuable. Information. This is why they are not putting price on any items. They want you to scan the item and it's going to take you to the Walmart app. Once you are there, they're going to be able to steal your information and track all your purchase activities.
Do you believe me yet?
That is exactly what I'm trying to do. A lot of people are saying that they are trying to boycott Walmart. If there is no price on any items, just don't buy it. Try to shop somewhere else because we need to stop this big corporation one way or another. Guys, let me know in your area if Walmart is already doing this. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and see you guys on the next video.